Hello everyone and happy March. Welcome to another edition of Sports Corner with Cole. I'm your host, Cole Young. Even in what some consider to be the down time of year in sports, news is constantly circulating, so let's jump right in. Last week, I gave a brief update on the status of the MLB lockouts. Sadly, things aren't looking too good for baseball fans. On Monday, the MLB Players Association and the team owners met for the final time to discuss details of their new collective bargaining agreement, which, if agreed upon, would have ended the lockout. To use MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred's own words, it was a disastrous outcome. Because the two parties could not agree to terms, the MLB season is officially in jeopardy. Opening day has been canceled, as well as the first two series of the MLB season. This is the first time this has happened since the strike of the 1994-95 season. According to the commissioner, the now 91 canceled games will not be rescheduled, and the players will not be compensated for the missed games. With each passing day that a new deal isn't signed, more and more games will be canceled. As fans, we have to stand by and hope the two sides will come to an agreement soon to avoid a large portion of the season being canceled. As more meetings continue to occur and more information comes out, I will be continuing to share that information right here. Switching over to football, Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray has been on the hot seat for the past few weeks. In this year's playoffs, the Cardinals lost in an embarrassing fashion to the eventual Super Bowl champs, the LA Rams. This was a game in which Murray threw for only 137 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. For a few weeks after the game, rumors began circulating that maybe Kyler Murray isn't the Cardinals' answer at quarterback. This started when people noticed he unfollowed all Cardinals teammates on social media. Reports began coming out that Murray might not be a great teammate. In fact, the exact quote is that he is self-centered, immature, and a finger pointer. Murray's agent then released a lengthy statement to clear the air. While the statement is mainly focused on how Murray wants to remain the franchise quarterback for the Cards and how his agent has been working with the organization to secure a long-term deal, there were a few interesting lines. This is one that caught my attention. Quote, "It is now simply up to the Cardinals to decide if they prioritize their rapidly improving 24-year-old, already two-time Pro Bowl quarterback who led the organization from 3 wins before his arrival to 11 wins and their first playoff appearance in 5 years. Or rather, if they choose to financially prioritize committing to other areas and continuing to merely talk about addressing Kyler's long-term future as their quarterback." End quote. This comment comes off as truthfully backhanded. It's also worth it to note that in his 3 seasons, Murray has only produced 1 winning season and 0 playoff wins. The Cardinals just this week extended their head coach Cliff Kingsbury as well as general manager Steve Keim. Will Murray be the next to sign an extension? Will he be traded to a team in need of a quarterback? Only time will tell, and I'm for sure interested to see how this situation gets settled. As I mentioned, it is now officially March, and you can't mention the month of March without mentioning March Madness. The tournament hasn't even started yet, and it's already pure chaos, and fans are loving every minute of it. Just last weekend, 7 of the top 10 teams all lost in upset games, including the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 seeds, which marks the first time this has happened in the sport's history. This sent the rankings into a spiral and mixed things up for the whole NCAA. Earlier this week, there were several last-second victories in the regular season conference championship games. Teams like Wisconsin won with last-second points to take down a higher-ranked opponent and secure a spot in the top 10 rankings. Gonzaga currently sits as the 1 seed and are the early favorites to win the tourney. The first round of games kicks off on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Start making your brackets now. It's about to be another wild ride in March. I want to quickly mention that the Hogue Classic Golf Tournament is still going on this weekend, so if you want to check out the action in person, go to their website for ticketing and scheduling info. I want to thank you for joining me on another edition of Sports Corner with Cole. I hope you can catch a game or two this weekend, either in person or on TV. I'm Cole Young, and I'll see you right back here next time.